Alright guys, this is Cosmic Crucible and trial number 3. We just won our last trial and went with 3 wins and 0 losses. We won by 1 point, and there's a crazy story behind this which has some, let's say, X-Files level weirdness in it. But let's get into it. So, let's check our opponent's attacks first. So first of all, I had my Death Seed team in the room 1. My opponent knew not to play around and went in with Infinity Watch and got an easy win from there. Got some efficiency points from him by getting Moondragon a bit low, but other than that, it was pretty easy for him. Then I have this lackluster of a team called Ravagers in room 2. Sort of just a placeholder for whatever team I come up with next. And he used this Secret Avengers Shang-Chi Zemo team with and easily killed it with super fast efficiency points and everyone at full health. I don't think our team got even 1 turn at this fight. So yeah, they're definitely going to use some other team in there, maybe Bionic Avengers or something else. Who knows? Room 3, we actually have a Zemo plus the Underworld team with Red Skull. I came up with this defense team on Dorky Dad's videos, and there's solid sort of idea behind it. Having your Red Skull speed ups your team, and unless your opponent knows what they're doing, you might just roll over them before they know what hit them. So it has some sort of a surprise attack value, but if you know what you're doing here, it's sort of easy. But at the same time, when I have my Death Seed and this team in defense, they both are, like, I think, best countered with Infinity Watch. So I have 2 Infinity Watch like counters in my defense, so they sort of like have to choose which one they use the Infinity Watch on. But anyways, they used the Young Avengers here. I got some efficiency points out of them because, yeah, we got to kill a few characters. So, yeah, there's some value in this team. I'm not sure if it's that valuable later on, but yeah, at the moment it can surprise people. In room 4, we have our Astonishing X-Men team. Nothing crazy going on in here. Sometimes it can surprise people. My opponent definitely knew not to play around and went in with Eternals, with Crystal, Emma, and Silver Surfer. And yeah, as you can see, it was an easy win for him. At least we got some efficiency points by getting Emma low. On room 5, I had my Young Avengers. I use my Young Avengers on room 5 because I don't like them in offense. Not because they don't kill teams, they do, but they're actually quite slow to play. They take a lot of turns, which means that they are not so efficient. And with my sort of a crucible tactic at the moment, which is trying to kill people fast, get one shot, and actually get efficiency points more than my opponent, then this is better on defense in my mind than it's in offense, for me at least. But my opponent had a pretty beefy counter team, and as you can see, it was easily handled, like no problems whatsoever. And yeah, sort of makes sense, because if you look at that team, there's Doom, there's Undying, there's Nico Minoru, which is like a super good counter against the Young Avengers. There's Jessica Jones giving energy and handling debuffs and everything. Yeah, super efficient. 22 points in turn bonuses, healthy characters. Yeah, definitely might use that myself sometimes. Who knows? Alright, and in my last room, I had the super common Darkhold with Red Hulk, and I got the surprise win against Unlimited X-Men, which happens sometimes. It's not like super common, but I think the reason was that his team was quite low. It was a 400,000 punch up, which you can do sometimes, But yeah, sometimes it ends up like this, and I get a win. And here came up with a dorm Mamu with weapon X to just finish it off. So I knew that at this point I'm gonna win if I one shot everything, but I can lose one attack if I'm just super efficient on everything else. And yeah, so let's get into it. And I'm gonna be showing the attacks next. I'm gonna be showing the room one last because that's where the X-Files shit is coming up. So firstly, there's the Gamma team on room 6, and I use this sort of a counter with Red Hulk in the far side and Doom behind him. And when we have a big Red Hulk in the enemy team, he will be getting my Doom low enough for him to take the turn meter and go off. I would usually have my Shang-Chi instead of Spider-Man, but because I used my Shang-Chi in other room, I just wanted to have something in there. I don't think the 50 is super important in here. I ended up testing out Spider-Man because I wanted to see if the defense downs would help me. Ended up being a bad choice because the turn meters goes in a weird way that Spider-Man doesn't do anything relevant at any given point. So Spider-Man definitely is not a recommended character here. If you have the possibility, I would say Shang-Chi might be the best, or maybe Kestrel. But yeah, let's go to room number 5. So here they had this whatchamacallit, Death Seed slash crit team, and it was actually pretty good. Not lying, and I still thought that my Infinity Watch would be handling it easily, but they got to kill my Nebula pretty early on, and it caused some problems. But luckily, these guys can handle most of these situations, and debuffs are nothing to the Infinity Watch. But as you can see, I didn't get a lot of turn bonus, and I lost one character. So at this point, I was a bit worried that I cannot lose any attacks because it was not looking good for the efficiency for me. On room 4, they had Uncanny X-Men, and I went with this Eternals team with Kestrel, Loki to speed up Cersei, and Blackpool to finish up any characters that are drop super low. And yeah, as you can see, it was super efficient, super fast, and no problems there. Here's something that I'm super happy that I found, and I have to thank Pathfinder Gaming for this counter. So this astonishing Webweaver team is super popular at the moment, and it's I think, if not the best, at least one of the best Tangled Web teams that you can use on the room 3. But this counter is actually super good against this. So you start off with 2099 Ultimate, and that gives them slows and strips away the taunt from Bishop. Then you can use your Spider Weaver Ultimate on their Spider Weaver and stun him, and then you go from there. And it's, yeah, once you get it rolling, it's almost impossible to lose with this. I think there's some factor of RNG in there involved, so things can go wrong, but to me it felt like super linear, super good counter for this team. I was so happy that I found it. So thanks Pathfinder Gaming. Next up is one of the normal rooms, and they had Darkhold with Kingpin, and I went with my Unlimited X-Men here, and it was pretty easy. The Kingpin makes it possible to lose, and I was hoping that I wouldn't, and I ended up winning. But yeah, sometimes this can be a losing battle, especially if you're punching up. So I'm super interested in if any of you guys know any other counters not involving um, Darkhold or Unlimited X-Men against this team, because I'm sort of feeling like there might be some sort of an Eternals team that can beat this because of the Kingpin minion that's on the field at the start, but I'm not quite sure. So if you know, let me know in the comments. I would love to know about those things because I'm always interested in these good counters. But then enter X-Files and things going super weird. So, back to attacks. Room number 1. They had their Wakandans replacing M'Baku with Black Panther 1 million. And I found out that when I'm punching down, I actually usually win quite easily when I use my Nakia in there to strip away their speed ups, so I can go first and just start rolling off. But in my first attack, I ended up in a tight spot and I was about to lose. And at that point where their Black Panther and I think Shuri and Black Panther 1 million were left, and I had like 2 characters left. I was about to lose, and I pressed the menu button just to give me some time to figure out if I'm gonna be keeping the attack as it is, or if I'm gonna be just taking it and clearing up with some other team. And at that point, when I pressed the menu, the game froze. It totally froze. I couldn't even see the timer going on in the background. I couldn't press any buttons, nothing worked. So I was furious at this point. I was sure that I'm gonna be losing because of this, so I jumped out of the window and went to get my screen recording, came back in. This took like 2 seconds or maybe 3 seconds. Came back in, and once I got the game window back up, I was actually in a screen that showed me a raid screen that happened around 4 hours ago. So it sort of like went back in time to my Doom raid, which we have already finished some time ago, and showed me a picture of me doing my bio nodes in Doom 3. And I couldn't do anything with the screen. There's no buttons, nothing reacted. The only way was to force close the app. So I don't know what the hell was going on, but I screen recorded it, and I was like super furious. I was ready to make a big rant post to support, posting this video as a evidence if I'm gonna be losing this, because it felt like super frustrating when you cannot do anything about it and it wasn't your fault. But then I restarted the game and decided to go again and adjusted my team a bit. So I replaced Nokia with my Killmonger, and I just rolled over them because I'm so much bigger than their team. And after that, I checked my points, and what do you know? I won by 1 point. So if it was 1 less point that I would have gotten, I would have been so mad, you don't know, because I just dropped out of Masters into Diamond, whatever, and it felt like I did a few things wrong in the last season, and I was sort of like how would you say, determined to get back into Masters, and hopefully it's a better Masters as well, and sort of felt like competitive on this crucible. And when I noticed that I'm about to lose because of a glitch in the game, and super weird glitch, I was ready to like go into barricades and and pitchforks and everything. But luckily I ended up winning, so yeah. But big shout out to my my opponent, Suman's guy 86i. You put up a good fight, and yeah, it was super close, as you can see. If you're watching this video by some weird reason, then thanks for the good fight and see you on the next round. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, any comments, any criticism, please let me know in the comments. If you have any cool counters or other teams that I should be using against these teams, or any cool defenses that I should be using instead of what I had considering my attacks as well, please let me know in the comments, because this is something super interesting for me and I'm always happy to talk about these things. But yeah, hope you enjoyed and see you on the next one. Alrighty, bye.